Now, this is you, and you saw this video and decided to click on it because you want to see and know how hackers crack software. I will deliver on that promise, however, just make sure to know that this video is only for educational purposes. I will, however, crack a fake software intended to be cracked to teach beginners new hacking techniques. No real software will be used though. Apart from that, it is very illegal to do real hacking, so just make sure to be careful. The reason why I made this video is most, if not all, of the cracked software out there is plain malware. So here I'll teach you how to do this so you can report this flaw into the companies and earn some extra money on it. So here right now is the testing program that we're going to be using to actually crack. Now this is just a test program. I've here set up the Wireshark to capture every single HTTP request that is being made. And as you can see, this is how the program looks like. It says here, check your trial status, and there's a big blue button which says here, check trial. Now I'm assuming if I click this button right here, it will actually say, okay, you have 7 days left. But before that, it will go online and check which date currently it is. And it will use this timeapi.io website. Now what I'll do is I'll go over to Cheat Engine and then attach this process to the cheat engine, like so. Then I'll search for a string, and then I'll type here http timeapi.io. After that, I'll click here for scan. Now, as you can see, already found this domain here in this program. So I'll click, for example, the first one. Now, an interesting thing here to take in is this string right here. As you can see, there's an index which says 18. Now, let's bump this up to, for example, like 70. Let's click OK. And now you have a full path and domain as well as these query parameters which are needed. So I'll copy this up. I'll go back to Chrome right now and I'll paste this in. Then if I go to this website, I'm going to say, okay, so here's how it looks like. It says here the year, it says the month, as well as currently the day it is. I'm assuming it only takes care of the day, maybe the month as well, but it only takes care mostly of the day. Now I'll copy this all and go over to the Visual Studio. Now this right here is just a simple server that I've built. Basically replace this with what I've got here, and I'll replace this with actual Python. Why am I just all doing this? Well, see, this program right here has a check whether the domain is this domain that we're accessing or not. So just make sure to be cautionary. Now I replaced the day here. As you can see, instead of 15, I'll put here minus 200, for example, or 299, and then I'll run the server. Now I'll go back to Chrome, and if I create a new tab and type localhost, you can see, yes, indeed, we're having minus 2999. Okay. So now what we have to do is go over here to search and then search up Notepad. Not even kidding. Search up Notepad and then run this as an administrator. Yes, run Notepad as an administrator. Now go over here to the file and then go over here to open. Now what you're going to do is go over to this location, which is Windows, System32, drivers, and etc. Go over here to all files and then select the hosts file here. Click on open, and here you can edit the hosts of your current operating system. Now what I'll do is I'll type out the localhost domain as well as timeapi.io, which we're trying to access. Now if I hit save, go back to timeapi.io, I will replace this S with HTTP, and as you can see, all of a sudden timeapi.io shows me my results, which I wanted, and now everyone who uses my computer will only access my own server, which I built. But the problem is I had to replace HTTPS with HTTP because this is an encrypted connection, while my server does not support encrypted connection. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go over to Cheat Engine and I'll just edit this variable here to HTTP, literally just that. The reasoning why is because I cannot just straight up put localhost here because it checks which domain it is. I'm assuming it maybe checks here, I don't know, but it basically checks which domain it is being requesting, and if it's not timeapi.io, then it won't work. So they have implemented some protection, but not good. So this basically is insufficient protection. If I go back to the program and click check trial, you can see that we have 3 to 1 days left. Conveniently, that's how it looks like. So into next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to be building the actual program which will automate this, so you run a program and it does all of this for you that I've shown you. But yeah, this is how hackers could potentially crack software. Now, this is just actually not a real software, this is just an imitation, but this is how could potentially be happening.